Yes. Testing, 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 testing. No, you're not.
Hello, good afternoon. Check.
Gary Momentum? Man. Man? Yeah, man. Yeah. You never have a other smart? Oh no, all of that you use Never mind. Yo. Audio. Julian. Case. Yeah, come here. I'm putting on this. Yo, Julian, case. I'm putting this on the stand, so pass the case. Because I'm very sure.
Oh, what that?
Yeah. This is what? The sound that come through.
Best.
So I put it at that.
Most I sound.
Me either. Me either. I've only had breakfast. So can we stand for a second? Don't worry, we're going to feed you and take good care of you today. Don't you worry. You are our special guests. Good afternoon to the children in the room. Good afternoon to the Majestic Gardens parents. Okay. Good afternoon, downtown. Oh, because I might place that. Good afternoon to all the Spanish Town and St. Catherine parents. We are going to begin, as we typically begin in Jamaica, with prayer. By the way, I am Dira Mae Brown Douglas, and I am the STEM administrator with Grace and staff. When my boss comes up to introduce the rest of the people who get the little messages about the math and the science stuff, is me. Don't give me a book. All right, let us open in prayer. Lord Jesus, we thank you today for this event. We thank you for all these parents. We thank you for their children. We thank you for the resources that you have equipped them with to raise good children, children who will contribute to the welfare and the positiveness of this country. We pray, Lord, that you'll be in the middle of this event. We pray that each speaker that comes to this night will be able to share something that will be beneficial to the parents. We pray for a time of fellowship and just a good time with you today. Be with us, we pray, in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, you may be seated. A couple things again. Please remember to silence your phones for us. All right, so that we can run through. are here and ready. And I'm going to invite Miss Sandrina Davis, our CEO, to just come up and bring greetings on behalf of Grace and staff. Please welcome Miss Sandrina Davis. Good afternoon, everyone. And a very special good afternoon to my early birds. There were some people here before, long before 4 o'clock. Good morning, good afternoon, I should say, right? Good afternoon to you all. I just want to say that it is very, very nice to see you again. We were here last year around the same time, that's all. And I'm glad that a lot of you chose not to go up so, and you chose to stay down here with us. We can watch what we want to hear afterwards from Upsa, don't we? So I'm happy that you spend some time with us. We're on the ending of Parents Month, but we still wanted to get you guys together to talk a little bit, to learn some more, because parenting is not an easy task, is it? But here we are doing it, not so, which means that it is possible. And so I'm very happy that so many of you have turned out to learn more about how we can do better and be better. I see some people in the audience say, I know that girl from a long time. Hi. Good to see you. I use time to just say one, which I will list at the end, but can we just put our hands together for the ECG Baptist Church to open their doors to us again. Now when we're talking about parenting, it's really like a partnership, right? So your work, the work of Grace and Staff Foundation, the work of partners like the church, and all our speakers who are coming here today to help us to be better and do better. So I want you to shout this out with me. I may not be the best parent, but I'm doing my best. All right, good. Now, do you know everybody who works at Grace and Staff Foundation? Sometimes I feel the same way too. So I'm going to ask my team members, if you are hearing my voice, please to stand, not walk around. So we have Dr. Curtis, our counseling psychologist. We have Mrs. Dira May Brown Douglas, who is our host for this evening. She's our STEM administrator. We have at the back, everybody going to drop them neck now, turn around. Mrs. Michelle Peters Mullings, one of our social workers, and she has a lot of responsibility for our Kingston downtown environment. Very valuable member of our team. We have Teresa McKenzie at the back as well. Our social worker running the room in Majestic Gardens. We have Shamika Thompson, who you would not see because she's our accounting officer. She's in the office most times, but she's here with us this afternoon. We have Daniel Jarrett, our project officer. Where is Sierra? We have Sierra Nalo. Sierra is a volunteer from Canada. Sierra came to Jamaica last year, February, and clearly she's not going back home. So please make her feel even more welcome so she can make Jamaica her home. I hope I am not missing any team members. All of us are. Oh, and my Spanish Town people, Miss Francis is not well, so she could not be here today. So we wish her, all the best. So that's her. And Dira will tell you all about how we'll navigate this evening. I know persons wanted to get their blood pressure because, parenting can send up your blood pressure and your blood sugar. And we have our friends from GK1 here to tell you all about the GK1 prepaid Visa card. And we have our friends from Grace Foods who will make sure that you are hydrated while you are here in this very heated space. Now, if all of you never come here to look so good, it wouldn't be so hot. So, I'd say blame yourselves for how hot the room is. I hope that you will learn a lot today and feel free to ask any questions when it is time for questions. We are here for you. We are here to serve you. And we hope that we'll be able to continue to work along with you for many more years to come. Welcome everyone and good to see you. Teresa, are you ready? So everybody is going to leave with something special, but some people are sitting in some special places. Let me invite Teresa to come and take care of this part.
Good afternoon, everyone. Alright, Fritz said, you that sound like you're still or asleep or hungry or something, but y'all did well. Alright? So, there are some special gifts all over this room. Some of you are sitting on them. So, under your chair, something. If you find a pink paper, it might require you. Alright? If you find a pink paper, come to the front. There are 4 pink papers. If you find it, come to the front. So if you have a pink paper, it might require. Alright? So, if you're available, just in case. Just in case. Alright? Alright, so most persons would have found the prizes in the room, and we had some papers where persons had to unscramble or fill in the blanks. These were just some key words that are very important to parenting. So we had bonding. So ensure that you bond with your child or your children. Don't just, if you have one, don't just spend time with only one and let the others feel left out. Find time to bond with them, even if it's 5 minutes you have in the day. Spend time with them. And communication, it is very essential. Your children, not only you do all the talking. Because some parents, sometimes they spend a lot doing the talking and not listening to our children. And their somebody has low somewhere about the place. Find the back and then you can hear. So you figure it sure that someone loves your child equally. So that's it for the segment. Thank you.
Teresa, if you didn't get something, don't worry. Remember, you are a special guest. We're going to take good care of you. Dr. Sweeney address us grace and
Good afternoon, everyone. Right. Big up to our panelists of the time to come as well. I'm going to ask you to dream with for a while. Make it first. Young occasional and training opportunities and are not hindered by financial resources. Think of a which it becomes young people to leave school and to success in becoming well-adjusted citizens and participants. In which our communities are transformed into nurturing environments in which young people can thrive and pursue wholesome goals. Are you imagining it? Sound like a dream? Does it sound wishful? Yes. Of course it is. But what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with dreaming, right? It is oftentimes our ideals that drive us into achieving great things. So it might sound like a dream, it might sound like an ideal, but we need to have dreams. And that's what's going to drive us towards success. Our great stuff, that imagined vision is our hope, our dream. That imagined vision is what fuels us to working toward achieving our mission. That is of participating in a collective process towards building our nation, improving our communities and our country. That is our mission at Grace and Star, right? And we invest in community, to this end, we invest in community development through the development of programs in improving our educational opportunities and by empowering the youth we work with, our young people and our parents. To this end, we invest in a number of programs. Tuition support, which all parents here, I believe, are familiar with, because we want them to see in school. And that first thing I ask you to imagine, yeah, it helps to keep them in school, right? Secondly, we have an after-school program, which many of your children, I hope, are participating in. And I have a feeling that not all of your children are participating in that. So I want to encourage you to have all of your children participating in that. We also have a mentoring program, a STEM program. We provide psychosocial support, and importantly, a parent education program. And that is where our focus is for this afternoon. Because we know that parenting is not an easy job. It's very challenging. For every dollar, you're pulling all kind of directions. Sometimes you don't get to spend that quality time with your children. And guess what? At the same time, there are emerging trends happening with your young people. You're being exposed to a whole lot of things. There are myriad challenges when you're a parent. So our parenting program is mindful of this, and that's why we're having a forum such as what we're having this afternoon. Because as we do throughout the year, we try to engage with you, and this afternoon is no different. So I'm happy that you're all here together, and the main focus for this afternoon is for us to continue that process of exposing you and helping to build skills so that you can be better equipped to prepare and to do that very challenging job. So we hope that as a result of this engagement this afternoon, that all of you will be inspired again, and all of you will develop that dream and that hope that we have, so we can work collectively towards achieving that imagined future that I spoke about. So welcome everyone, and I really hope that everybody here will have something important that you take away. Good afternoon.
thank you, Dr. Sweeney. All right, we are a little bit behind, and so I'd like to just get straight into our presentations for this afternoon. And so our first presenter is Kesia Carr. Just bear with me as I bring up this Bio. Ms. Kesia Carr is the Chief Executive Officer of the National Parenting Support Commission, a body corporate and agency of the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information. She is responsible for setting the strategic direction of the entity through public and private funding for the development and sustainability programs that promote parental involvement in school. Each program aims to foster effective parenting skills. She is charged to advance issues that relate to parenting to the Honorable Minister of Education to promote policy and legislative reform. Ms. Carr is an astute networker, an influencer, a strong collaborator, and a consensus builder, and a developer of staff. She also has a commitment to social and cultural responsiveness. Ms. Carr has 25 years of service in education. She was part of the Education System Transformation Program team where she described a linear, targeted approach in support of parents and vulnerable populations of students and provided leadership and accountability systems for principals and teachers. Ms. Carr is sustained by her growth mindset and prides herself as a lifelong learner. She holds a Master of Arts degree in Education and a Bachelor of Arts in Special Education, having studied at Western Carolina University. She also completed a range of courses at Virginia State University, Nova Southeastern University, and Stanford University. Her latest research interest is in public policy, examining the will for social inclusion. She is a director of the Jamaica Social Investment Fund Board, a member of the National Gender Advisory Council, and also devotes her time to myriad national committees. Ms. Carr is a champion of women's rights, an advocate for social inclusion, volunteer school and community development. Also a motivational speaker and believer in the possibilities and great human beings. One child, a son, who she believes is her greatest teacher. She enjoys long leisure drives, word games, and quality time with family and friends. She also has an interest in languages and has been trying to learn German and Mandarin. What a long bio showing you the wealth of experience and devotion and passion that is with us today. Please make welcome Ms. Kesia Carr.
Thank you so much. I feel much better now because when I came in, somebody said, "Oh, you were here last year." So now I know you're actually happy to see me. I'm happy to see you as well. Now you know I'm not going to stand behind this, right? And family. But it's not, is it? It's grace, community. Grace, and family. know that many times when people come into parenthood, it wasn't necessarily a choice. True or not so true? Sometimes it just happens, not true. You don't up into it. Well, we're trying to avoid upping up into it because we really want to be planning for parenthood. If we plan for everything else in life, even if you buck up into it one time, you really shouldn't buck up into it 2 times, should you? Right? We want to plan because the things that are important in our lives, we tend to plan for them. If we want or dream how we're planning, is that so?
Yes.
If you want your dream car or your dream career, you're planning, isn't that so?
Yes.
So we ought to be planning parenthood because it's the single most important job that any human being will ever undertake. Do you agree with me? We are on this continuum because we serve 0 to 18 years. But when you are a parent, and I'm a parent of a full adult, he's now 27. But when you're a parent, what you find is that even though under law, the age that describes a child is 0 to 18 years, you sometimes find that even after 18 years, they leave you. Don't you think so? Yes, and so we have to talk about even those children who are still at home who should have gone a long time. But you find yourself being in charge of them just the same. And so because a journey tends to be long, Grace Foundation, the National Parenting Support Commission, the church, there are organizations that have seen fit to ensure that we're here to support. This year, on the Parent Month, because November is celebrated each year as National Parent Month, each year we have a theme. This year, the theme is participation for purpose. I note that Grace Foundation partnership for purpose. Is that what it is? Partnership for purpose. I'm not seeing much of a difference between our theme and the theme that was chosen because the truth is, in order for you to participate, or in order for you to partner, you must be what? Participating. What does participation really mean? It means there's action towards something. It means that you must have an interest in something. Because you're not going to participate in your interest. Then what is purpose? Well, your purpose is something to achieve that you're actively pursuing. It's a goal that you're trying to achieve. We believe together, both the National Parenting Support Commission and this foundation, the purpose here is effective parenting. We want every Jamaican parent to be effective in that practice. And it's the reason we don't use things like good parents and bad parents, because I don't know that they're bad parents. I believe that some of the parenting practices are some that we don't want anymore because they don't respond to current needs. But I can't tell you that I've met a bad parent. I've met people who need support. Going to participate for purpose? Well, we have 3 pillars. In other words, there are 3 things that we've come up with that will guide your actions. The first one is begin at home. In what? Bend the tree what? Oh, I thought I was the only one who was mature. You don't know that one. Let's go again. You bend the tree is young. You're to start early because it's harder to change behaviors when the children are older. So we want you to begin at home a yard. And I know enough, they used to say, if you don't, the way you dance a yard, you will dance a. So you better know how to dance a yard. That's not a yard. We want our children to understand what it means to develop good character traits. What does it mean to be honest? Is that a good character trait? What does it mean, love? They learn from you. They get confused because it's love. And if you have a spirit of belief, confidence isn't it? That's a character trait. How to empathize. You might not have experienced it, but it doesn't mean you can't feel for somebody who is experiencing it. So we help you, especially through to by those sorts of association with they won't children know your turn. They're going to tell me say, or must say. We also know begin at home. How do you know your children? Because there is a relationship between nutrition and learning. Do you know that 0 to 3 or the first 1,000 days is the most important period for brain development? So what you do at home to stimulate your children, how you feed them, is going to impact how they learn when they go to school, or whether or not you say, oh, go and have a biscuit because you're feeling tired. Here you have to think about nutritional value of what you're preparing for your children, especially as they're developing their brain. The other thing about you have to play with the children. Children learn a lot through play. They develop one. Do you know she's behaving very well? Do you know if she were doing anything she would be abnormal? Yes, she's not supposed to be. She's supposed to do exactly what she's doing, and I see mommy something for her to make sure she's fair. They're supposed to climb. Did you know that? Yes. That's why they're supposed to do the monkey bars. It's a part of their development. They must play. Now, I recall an incident that happened in this country some years ago, where a parent struck her child, and while striking the child, bad enough, she's saying, I send you to school to learn, not to play. And the child was about 3 years old. You see how sad that is? Not understanding that at 3 years old, the child will be playing. That's from understanding. So that starts the other one. Now, parenting the way you were parented, you're doing it wrong. The way you parented 5 years ago, you're doing it wrong. Because these children are living in a totally different environment, totally different world. They have to navigate totally different situations than you and I have to navigate. I'll give you a first example. When I was growing up, if I wanted information, though I had books at home, I had to go to a place called it, right on the library there, right on the smartphone. And guess what? This has no filter. Because even though you're setting the parental settings, they know how to get around things very easily. The challenge with that too, the technology keeps updating almost every day. So you think you're going today, that is outdated already. And guess who knows? They know everything about what's going on. They outsmart you sometimes, but I want to tell you that it's there to outsmart you. Children are supposed to push boundaries. Did Did you know that? If they're not challenging you now, something is wrong. It's a part of the growth process. They're inquisitive. They want to know. They are supposed to challenge you. And so your responsibility is to ensure you're in these classes that are preparing you for this time and the current journey now. Because it is challenging. It's always been challenging. But it's even more challenging now. You have to enroll in a parenting class. What if I told you that right across Jamaica, in every public school, primary and secondary, we have these parenting education classes from Tuesday through to Friday, right across the system? Yes, it is your responsibility to find out from the school when the class will be held and go to the class. It's no shame. Believe you me, the kind of information we have now, I wish we were exposed to it. I was there. You know that kind of way? You try this, it didn't work, you try something else. There is information in parenting. A whole lot of information about a range of topics, because that's it about effective parenting. It's a whole complex thing you have to develop. Because the way baby is very different from the way you parent a 6-year-old, from the way you parent a teenager, not to mention that special group, from the way you're going to parent them on their eggs when they're a little older. Do you understand? And you have to have the skills for all of those different stages. So you won't be breastfeeding your teenager, will you? No, that's fostering the Oedipus complex. You wouldn't do that, right? So you would need to learn, for example, how to breastfeed, wouldn't you? Do you think that's a skill? Quite understand how to breastfeed. I'm giving you some practical examples. When they're teenagers, you have to understand how the brain works, because the teenage years will be the fastest development of the brain, and they're getting a whole lot of information that they have to try and understand, and some of them don't have the tools to understand the information. That's why you need to know, so you're there to guide them. You must enroll in a parent education class. And the third one says it's your school, own it. In other words, a FIO school. Now, I know that many times the people you want to go to the PTA are not necessarily the people who show, right? Isn't that true? But there are other avenues to participate in school. There is something called a curriculum implementation team that every single school across the country is supposed to have. There is a parent rep on that team. You're to ask about it. We call it in the system the CIT. Ask about it and how you can join, because you need to know what your children are supposed to be learning in the curriculum. How are you going to know that they're still at Unit 1 when they should have been at minutes? How are you going to know if you're not involved? How are you going to know what they're learning that you can support at home? Because you have information too. You have information that can support the curriculum in very tangible ways. So if the children are learning measurement, you could put them in the kitchen and show them working, how you're making that's time, right? How many of you are going to bake? Just host children, and you're showing how to make up. So all making measurements like understand the curriculum. Some of you are experts. So if so study is talking about farm, it's a read a volunteer at the school to create a garden and teach children farm. Those same tablets that you're going to help will come back on their plates in lunchtime. So you're helping them make better choices. Imagine if you're planting pak choy and callaloo and it shows up and they know that they want to plant it about it, because they planted it. So there are ways for you to volunteer outside of the PTA. Even though PTA is great, ask about these other things, these other ways you can participate. Why is this important? Because parents, listen to me. The studies show that when you are involved in your child's education, one, they behave better, and two, they achieve more academically. That's research. Once you're involved, they behave better and they attain more. So you want to be involved this way. I believe that we have the right people, right, sweetie? Yes. I believe these are not the people who necessarily need this message because you're participating in schools. I believe you already understand the importance of parents. That's why you're here on Saturday. You've given up time to watch TV. You've given up time to cuddle with spouses, right? Yes, that is important too. This lady says you've given up time to sleep, yes, because you're tired. You've given up a lot of time, but the fact that you're here on a Sunday evening tells me I have the right audience and you really want to be effective. Give us a hand for that. So when I'm talking to family, I want to be looking at that because I'm 7 days a week. Yesterday I was at Central Village. There's a parenting we have tired sisters. Yeah? We all look alike. But I'm not going to raise home. I'm not saying no. I was there yawning and I was saying to my friend there, boy, I hope they don't think I'm hungry. Because you're that important to me. I want to let you know that the foundation is, it's not about them. It's literally about each of you in here. Each time I meet a group of parents, make me realize what I do. Because it's not easy to do what I do. But every time I meet parents, you give me life. You make me realize I have something to contribute. You make me realize that if I do, you're going to touch somebody else. Isn't that so? And if we continue to touch each other, then what do you think is going to happen? We're going to create a place that we really want to change last year. I am still there because I still believe that people are doing can't give up. Understand? You can't give up. I want to thank you so much. You continue to inspire me. You continue to humble me. This is the only place in the world to live. To say this way. This is in the world too. Let's go again. Jamaica nice. Yes, Jamaica is a real place. Awesome. Jamaica is terrific. Say, I'm Jamaican. I'm a parent. I am doing my part. I love you. Thank you.
which is Begin at Home. And number 2 is to enroll in a parenting class. Number 3 is It's Your School. Only. Early development, like you start to feed the children them at home, maybe nutritious things, because first, from 0 to 3-year-old is the best time the children need nutritious things. I give them orange and the older one they know, you have to give them energy food, same way, but you have to give them food from the family pot.
Good afternoon, I'm Yakisha Larmon, and the theme for this year is Participation for Purpose. Getting involved, by being there, or attending parenting ceremony like this, and being there for your children and looking out for them best for their well-being.
Is there anyone in here who has not registered at the table at the back? All right, if you didn't register, just make your way down quietly and quickly for me. Thank you.
Parents, someone do. Alright. Anybody hot like me? I don't mean that hot, I mean heat, like warm. Alright. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for participating for purpose this afternoon. And I want to thank the Grace and Staff Community Development Foundation for inviting invitation to the Cybercrime Division and giving me this opportunity just to share some things. I apologize from now, it might get technical, but don't worry, we're going to fix some things this evening. Good? So we're saying in this age of technology, right, more and more lives are becoming more digital. What was once paper, everything now is on, the computer screen. And so the internet, we always say about the internet is undefeatable, right? The internet always wins. And so it is this indispensable part of our lives. So the same internet that provides security and convenience, it also provides an avenue for the criminals. So we need to understand and take precautions against these security risks. So viruses and malware are no longer the biggest security threat. It is us and our data, us and our information, right? It's us the human being. Account hijacking, phishing are more prevalent than ever before. We're gonna get into it. And so because of these dangers and these things that we have to take into consideration, one in the online space, we have to think about your security and your safety. So the security is really just the rules that keeps us safe online, right? That protects us against the criminals and malicious actors. And the safety are the measures taken by you, the user, you and I, to protect ourselves on the internet. So without any online defense, they leave themselves open to the victim of fraud and theft and even property damage. So everyone is a potential target, including governments and private corporations. So some of the dangers of the internet: extortion, revenge porn, harassment, online cyberbullying, and of course, scams and predators. So extortion. So children and adults may take, photos. There's some children in the room, so we're keeping it PG, right? Some pretty photos, if you will, and videos. And these may be exposed to persons who may threaten the victim or, make a demand. So the threats may include exposure of explicit material, harm to the victim or the families. And some of the demands, of course, is money, and a lot of times you see persons are basically threatening persons to stay in a relationship with them in most many cases. So revenge porn. Anyone want to tell me, ever heard the term before, revenge porn? Wanted to share? There's no right or wrong answer. There's a right answer and there's an answer that we'll fix. Yes, and then. Right. Perfect. Perfect. Give her a round of applause. And we're saying, despite the new legislation to protect victims, revenge porn still impacts many individuals who are faced with this culture of victim blaming, similar to other acts of sexual assault. And it is one of the things that I remember working as a school resource officer in the high schools in this very area: Georges, Kingston College, Kingston High, KT, here, Calabar here. And a lot of times we see relationships go sour. And it goes both ways, not just the men who do it. The females, do it as well. Another big thing we see happening in the schools, parents have to be aware of, is the harassment and the bullying, right? And, we always say that children can be cruel. I remember in high school, they used to tease me like, hey, right? And they would, kids have this propensity, this to just say some really awful things. And it's even more because they have they can hide behind a keyboard, on the phone or the keyboard on the computer. They say some really awful things. And so we find that before we used to say our children in Jamaica are very resilient. But we find that even more now, we are not worried about our children maybe committing suicide or, one. So maybe we have more lights on there on the social media page and they don't you put it on there. So they will, and so we find that our children know are really wanting to hurt themselves. So parents have to be very vigilant. When they find space, another term is taxing, BOXXING. And that really is just simply sharing the person's information. So somebody knows you personally and they just talk about your name, address, your work, that sort of thing. Just to try and harm and hurt. Right? There is also what we talk about different softwares that we use. And these software really just doesn't have social media app, Instagram, Facebook, and all that. There are some things that you might click on, links, and then unknowingly you don't know what you call malware. And malware really is a virus, it's a computer virus, a program that goes and we have no malware. Back in the days it was just computer malware. Now it's not set code. There is also phishing. Phishing really is just when criminals try to deceive a user into revealing your personal data. Sometimes I said they send you a link for you to click on, or a lot of it at times is just what we call social engineering. Really just and try to engage in the conversations, and we see this especially amongst the children, because a lot of times they're really innocent to a lot of this, and they will strike up a conversation with them and pretend to be their friend just to get information from them. Good? And so when we have these different, what we call security vulnerabilities, right? Or the software has some kind of somebody cracking your phone, if you will, right? And gain access to your drive or your network. We at Cybercrime, we say, look here, regularly update the software virus on your phone. WhatsApp, for example, will never send it to Yakisha and say, Yakisha, send out this theory. Once they say that, it's a scam. So tell your friends, it's alright. They will always send out an update to the official Google Drive for those Android, the Samsung and the Vivo and those who have the Apple, the iPhone, they'll send it to the App Store. And that's where you update it from. With me so far? For those who have the computer at home, the laptop or even the desktop, we say go to the store again, Microsoft Store, or go to the official software developer and buy these downloads. Good? So quickly, how to protect yourself once you're in the cyberspace, once you're online. We say do not visit suspicious websites. If you're not sure, if you can't ask somebody, the parents, we have some very smart children. Call them and ask them, Johnny, how does this site look? Cindy, how this look? And they go, no, mama, we did this in IT class. No, don't click on it. Right? Because you will see, for example, for those who shop online, you will see Amazon.com. That is it. Right? And then somebody sending to a page and say, look on this thing where you can shop. You don't even know who sent it to you, because you don't know this person. You click on it now. And then when the website comes up, it says, instead of Amazon, there's an extra A at the beginning, amazon.jm.eu. Right about, you know, or .ac at the end. Right away, you look at it and say, no, this no look. So coming on Amazon.com. The police come tell the son over the auditorium, right? So, right, so just a matter and they, look, it's weird. This thing is off here. So only don't from reliable sources. From people and sources you don't know or trust. A lot of companies now, a lot of places you go, even to go print your resume or you go to go print something, they say, email it to me. Because they don't trust, not only you, but maybe you put the flash or the thumb drive before. You know the thing you see from that, right? And then you say, you know you're not a virgin, so you can email it to me. Do not click on links from email unless you specifically requested it. Of course, back up your data regularly. Do not connect to unknown Wi-Fi networks and disable automatic connection to your Wi-Fi networks. This is a biggie. People love free Wi-Fi. If you give, raise your hands. Amen. Bless the Lord. I see that hand. I see that hand. Right? Stop it, people. Alright. I was at a training the other day, and in this Monday training, we tried to use the Bluetooth feature and to get into somebody's phone. So once I come close enough to you and your Bluetooth is on, right? Your phone will automatically, and I rename my Bluetooth. You know you can do that, right? For those with the smartphones, you call it Yaksha's iPhone or Leon's Bluetooth, right? So when I come close to somebody, they pick it up and if they click on it, it gives me access to their phones. Same thing with the Wi-Fi. Even now, take that further, there are a lot of companies, even restaurants now, who are using, you know what we call a barcode? The QR code. It is this like a square box with some little weird dots and stuff on the inside. You see it on a lot of restaurants and stuff. It's the airport. It's on that flyer. Thank you. Now, hackers have found a way, what we call the black hats. These are the dangerous guys. To scan, when you scan that QR code, it offers them a link to their computer so they can read the data from your phone, information from your phone. And a lot of times, the malware I talk about, or the virus, it's in the background. So you're not even seeing it. Your phone doing the regular operations, and you don't even know that he has not this access. The same thing for the Wi-Fi. People who travel overseas, parents, people who go to restaurants and stuff on different places, and they say free Wi-Fi pop up. I don't trust it. I stick to my data, right? And saying turn off the once you see this free Wi-Fi pop up. Oh, free Wi-Fi is in this area. Leave it out. But all people say anything is free. So update your systems and your software regularly. How to protect yourself and your child parents. Adults supervise children and become up to date with current technology and trends. Ensure you know the password to your child's devices. And know in this age where children have rights and stuff, And they do. But tell you what, I'm by opening me see what going in there. When my daughter was in high school, a regular, my wife is age can tell you, a regular we're running like squaddy. Flirt the phone. I'm by the credit. I'm put the data on the phone. I'm by the phone to a child. And it's not that you are, you want to violate rights. It's not like you want to violate their privacy, right? You have to put it in context, right? 18 in and privacy in there. When it comes, we're talking the phones now, we're talking the online engagement. Not any privacy in my house under 18. So, no, yes, put a password on your phone because, unfortunately, if the phone becomes stolen, the device becomes stolen, you want the thief have to work for God to have to spend little money. Good? But put the password on it, but I need to know. Remember, parents, our children are not our friends. They are our children. And God has blessed us with this gift, this child. And it's our privilege, our honor to try and grow this child the best way we know how. And not just peering like how we're peering, like my friend Star mentioned earlier. Good? Children must become a better version of ourselves. So encourage children not to overshare. A lot of the parents, a lot of parents, you guys are guilty of this one. Not this room. I'm not talking in this auditorium this evening. You're the good parents, right? But we find that a lot of oversharing, even recently, there are persons online now, when you're sharing videos of your children, you go on a beach trip, or you go down a seaside, or you went to Dunn's River, or you went to the movies with your kids. And you're just so delighted to share these pictures, or you post these videos on Facebook. They have found a way, using AI, artificial intelligence, right, to edit your video and remove your child's face and put another child's face, or put your child's face on someone else's body in a video and repost that online. So even though you want to share these memories, and a lot of us will change biases if you probably upload your videos and your stuff on Facebook and Instagram, so you can go back and look at it later in case you change the device, right? But we just have to be careful. One of the practices I try to encourage persons to adopt is when you're here this evening, you probably wait till next week or tomorrow and share. People have talked about it. Sunday it was, or parenting symposium it was. Yes, a good practice. Because we're coming from days of the BlackBerry, and then there was an app called Foursquare, where as you reach, you could put it, for the BlackBerry people testify, you could put your status right on your DBMs in real time. And what that does, it makes you trackable. People know that when you overshare these things, people know what you wore, where you were on Sunday. Once I said to Ashing with a friend, and I said, I'm thankful for Facebook. Because Facebook took me into your bedroom, it took me into your kitchen, know how much roll-on you use for your dresser, know the expensive perfume you get from foreign, because we just share. And I want to encourage this evening, parents, it is still blessed to keep certain things private. I know we're in this age, we want to share, we want to put online, I have to post this. My cracks, I have to show them my cracks. For the ladies, this thing you do with your legs, I don't know what is that about, but it's that. But you just have to be careful what you share, how you share, right? Sometimes leave out. So we encourage children also not to meet with persons they encounter online. There is a term called catfishing. It is real, and it is, for want of it is realer, more now than ever before. And catfishing really is let's say for example, I am a big fat 65-year-old man in a basement, I eat hamburger every day, and I'm online talking up with teenagers and telling them that, oh, I'm 15 years old, I went to Kingston College, I go to Kingston College, and can we meet up and whatever? And your child is talking to a footballer or a basketball star in Kingston, and they're going to meet by Parade, or they're going to meet down by Waterfront, right by Gloria's, right? So we encourage them, parents, get to know your children, friends, know them. Tell them, say, look here, we love that people. Remember them, they say, old people say, that people here. Yeah man, if you have a friend, let them come to my house. Me hanging out. Good? I'm reporting any suspicious activity, and of course, this was such a based online and cyber security. Anybody ever hear the term biometric authentication? Turn to the person on the left and say, ever hear about biometric authentication? And now turn to the person on your right and say, ever hear about biometric authentication? It sounds like a lot. Doesn't necessarily roll off the tongue easily, right? But biometric basically really is your fingerprint, your retina scan, your face, right? That you use to unlock your devices. And so it sounds nice, big fancy term, and we love using these terms in our field. But it really is just how we use with fingerprint and stuff. A lot of parents, and here why I mention this, a lot of times when you buy the phone, and you're saying you want to just get into the phone quick, so you just swipe up and it's open. And I know it's convenient, but there's so much data in your phone, there's so much information in your phone. We are saying just use the little Face ID. Bring up the phone, catch your face, phone open. Use the fingerprint. And for the children, parents who have the smartphone, they use. Because they probably use all the toe. And say, but mommy, the phone now, we're going to try every toe in the night. I need to know what's in this phone. Good? And of course, we are saying criminals are no longer interested in, damaging the devices. They want to know what's in the devices. The information, the data is far more important. They say that data farming, and that is all data in your phone, your text messages, your voice notes, where you travel to, your location that the phone captures. That data in your phone is more money than even the porn industry. Yes, I did say the porn industry. We're talking about dollars. Because everybody uses your data whether you know or not to send you things. And here's the proof. For anybody who ever talk about your original reason about on your WhatsApp or reason about Clarks. You see the new Clarks, but in the daddy. And then all of a sudden, Amazon Assist is sending you pictures. I say, I think you might like this Clarks. It's selling for $25,000. Buy it now on this Black Friday. Say, oh, the phone, what that? So your data is more important. Advertisers use it to push data to you, right? Whenever we're in, like for example, an election season, you'll be surprised that your data on your phone, they're looking at it and they're saying, hey, you might like this particular color shirt. You might like this particular color shirt. Hey, I see that where you're living, you are in this particular area. So maybe you want to go and listen to this candidate this evening who is at this place speaking at this particular time. Your data is very valuable and you have to protect it. Once everything online becomes free, and you say, they know it's free. It's a nice, pretty app, but oh, it's free. So we must take extra precautions. It's a balancing act between security and convenience, and I mentioned that earlier. Taking out extra time to secure your account can save you a lot of. You must be vigilant and do not be too trusting. I have what we call a parents pledge. I'm going to ask everybody to just stand real quick. Ask you to raise your right hand and repeat after me. Ready? I will get to know the apps and websites my children uses. If I don't know how to use them, I'll get my child to show me how. I will set reasonable rules and guidelines for device use by my children, and will discuss these rules with them. I will not overreact if my child tells me a problem he or she is having online. Instead, we'll work together to try and solve the problem and prevent it from happening again. Hands down. You've been a wonderful audience. Please take your seat, and I thank you for listening.
Learn something? You know, I have to give something to my special people, right? And the special people who got something already and not eligible for this one. That was awesome, Detective. Thank you very much. So let me see who learned something now. I need 4 of the dangers of... Come, Mommy. So, all right, let me look over here. Sorry. You're coming for the next question then.
Free what's in here?
Just push it. Just push it.
He spoke about the dangers of uploading your videos online on Facebook and ban phishing, and the other one was, if you have Amazon or you're a car person, be careful of you things pop up like Amazon, but it's not it, and you think that you will be present, but they never give out your information, so you must be careful. And you must be careful of other things too, like blackmailing, and your children must check that there's pedophiles that will pose their age group, and that's a danger. And even though they deserve their privacy for their safety, you must check their phones and stuff like that.
All right. I'll give you, I got 4 out of everything that you said. I'll give you the prize. All right, me no want this side attack me, so the next question is for this side alone. 2 prizes only. All right. So I need from 2 different people 2 of the things you should do to prevent your children or yourselves getting into the dangers of the internet. So you still coming? I need 2 from you and 2 from one other person.
Good night, everyone. I am Tanisha from Delaware City Homework Center. Two things that we can do to prevent ourselves. One is not everywhere we go and we see this free Wi-Fi, we do not attach ourselves to it because we are putting ourselves in danger and we are putting our information, we are not sure who we are putting our information out there to. As well as right. Another thing is cyberbullying. We tend to take some nice pictures of ourselves and send it to our friends and loved ones. Those pictures sometimes get into the wrong hands and they come back to us and try to extort money from us, and you will sometimes you find ourselves sites as well. So we have to be very extremely careful in what we put out there on the internet.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Marlene Ossam. Okay, two things about the children, what he said, I'm most proud of. One, your children not supposed to be your friend. They're supposed to be your child, and make certain that your children come out better than us. And when they have the phone, you must take the phone from them, watch them, and see what they are doing. To take away their phone and make certain you put a key on their phone.
Teach
So they need breakfast. Doesn't matter if it's on Friday or stand for breakfast. Give them breakfast. Give them a food. Alright, so let's show you send home properly dressed and show there's a routine in terms of the time that they go to bed. If they should not be on the tablets or the laptops, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, they should have a set bed time. They have a set time to wake up in the morning, so you have a routine. This is what is expected of you from one of the time. Okay, parents? You have to model what it is that you want to get done. Alright? Homework is very important. If you cannot help them with your homework, you ask a neighbor or another family member that is able to assist them with the homework. If you can afford for them to do extra classes, allow them to do extra classes. But importantly, in school, if you are at work, then if you get I able to be able to be on the street, so you can afford to pay for like 5 minutes for them, do so. If not, you try and assist with the homework. I normally assist on in doing homework on a cell phone. So I will be at work and they will call me have homework, assist, but I can do some of homework even over at home. Sometimes when I am home, I will reach at 8 o'clock. You know, that's sometimes. But at least they already eat, they would have showered, and then whatever I'm supposed to assist where homework is concerned, then I will do that. And then we go to bed and do that over again until Friday. Parents, right, on the second pillar, enroll in a parenting educational class. Teenage parent. So I used to what you call wing it. Learn as I go along. Because what I wanted to do for my children, I wanted to give them a better education that I had. So I tried to do things differently. There was no structure at home when I was growing up. In terms of the homework and let us do the homework in the line. Eat when they get something. It was just that way. So I wanted to do things differently. Alright? So I am being a part of this organization. I was taught some things where parenting is concerned. I learned from other parents. Speaking with guidance counselors like at my children's school, speak with guidance counselors, asking them, you know, when they reach the teenage years now, you know, that's the most difficult time to work with them, especially their boys. So it became challenging at that time. So I had to reach out to other persons now to assist in how do I go about dealing with this one, because they're twins, but they are completely opposite. So I will try to find out from them or other workers here, how do I go about dealing with this particular situation, and they will make suggestions. So you can get advice from other parents, you can get advice from the members of the Grace and Star Foundation in terms of how to go about it. If you can't like attend parenting classes, you can speak to other parents that you are seeing doing good, doing what you would want to be doing. You can ask them how you get that to be done. Hope that you get your child to listen to you, because remember, we don't have a manual. So maybe what works for me will not work for you. All right, parents? So what works for me may not work for you because we are not working off a manual. So you just look around where and see that parent is doing, I think that parent is doing a good job. Let's find out from her, how is it that she gets through with her daughter? Because I have a daughter the same age, so, and you speak with other person, you can go to school with the counselor, the child school, about and stuff. What I did, I was known as they called me the boot camp president. Because where discipline is concerned, it has to be maintained. I searched the school different can come to mind.
You keep the friendship at home. All right, so you have to have certain boundaries with your friends. So you have to ensure that there is a boundary. You are going to be friendly enough for them to come to you and you can have a discussion, but you have to be effective in parenting. Let them know that this is required, this is what is expected of you, and that is how it is going to go. To me, you have two choices. You're either DO or you're GO. We don't have any negotiation. It's going to be done this way or you go. And it works for me. All right? Where school is concerned now, it is your school, own it. All right. If their school having like PTA, I'm always PTA meetings, although I work 12 hours, we get a schedule for the bulletin at school, so you know when is the parents meeting. Maybe once per month you get the information as to when there is parent consultation. I always attend parents consultation. There are every PTA meetings. If there is any activities and I cannot be there to assist, I can send something. Maybe I can give cash if I can't give my time. So if you don't have any money, you can also, where the school is concerned, and volunteer to do things in the classrooms at school, monitor certain things here. You can speak with the guidance counselor or the principal to say, how is it that I can assist? Because it is good when you can be a part of the environment that your child is in. Okay, parents? So participation in those areas where school is concerned is vital. And I did a good job. My way of parenting may be the best to some persons, but where I am concerned, I think I did the best that I could at the time, given the information that I had. And today I have two boys. They are now 25. One is a graduate at the University of the West Indies. He presently works at the Auditor General's Department. And I have a final year med student at the university. So I say all of this to say, parents, it doesn't matter. I'm from the community of Tivoli Gardens. And I want you to know, parents, that it's not the job that you do, it is what's here, where you want to go. All right? And we should want our children to be better than each generation, and each generation than the one. Sure, I put out the effort. Yes, it was difficult. And every time, but I gave them what I had, and it worked. I made the sacrifices. I did the private lesson, I did the study class, I purchased every book, I did all that I could have done. And it worked. All right, parents, so whatever it is that you want your child to achieve, the sky is the limit. But you have to put in the work and be effective parents. Okay? Thank you.
Parents. I am Sarah sons are doing? Bombs. Awesome. The wisdom and all of this in this room. Take what she said, discuss with each other. We're going to give you some time to do that now. Discuss with each other and take the strengths from each other. I'm going to quickly just begin you 1 minute, because our first speaker, Ms. Carr, has to leave us early, or maybe a little bit on time. And so I'm going to ask one of our parents to come and present her with a thank you gift from us. A little child shall lead them. Thank you so much, Ms. Carr, for sharing with us today. Please give her a round of applause. I'm going to ask Mr. Ricardo Ebanks to run up. Run.
Good afternoon. Promoting the K1 app here today. So they asked me to say something to you about GK1, but I thought that I would want to contribute something to the conversation that's going on tonight, right? We're all on this journey of being parents. I myself, I have three kids, right? So it's work, right? And you know, you look on and you see people having kids that are being very successful. You want success for your kids. And if I could tell you one thing that I think has been most impactful for my children is not money, right? You know what I think the most impactful thing a parent can give to their child? Love, yes. Time. Spend time with them. All the conversations here have been about putting more of your time into your children's lives, right? And I think that makes perfect sense. So I'm going to tell you how GK1 can give you some more time, all right? So if you guys are like me, I do not like to stand in lines. Anybody to join lines at the back? Put up your hands. Nobody? Nobody? All right, so the GK1 app is from Grace Kennedy, and it is designed to allow you to carry out financial transactions without joining a line. What are those transactions? Have you ever had to go to Western Union to collect a remittance? Yes? And the line is from the inside to the outside and curling around, right? What if I told you that in the GK1 app, you could collect that remittance anytime, night or day, from home, from work, without going to the store? So now you're going to ask me how that works, right? How does that work? All right, when you sign up in GK1, first thing you need is just email and phone number, right? And you get the basic sign up. And then there is an option in there for you to get what we call a Shelly card. It's a Visa prepaid card that has a picture of Shelly and Fraser Price on it. It's absolutely free. What do you need to get that card? A driver's license, a voter's ID, or a passport, and your TRN. That's it. You know, like when you go to open accounts and they say, oh, you need reference and you need proof of address, none of that. Driver's license, voter's ID, passport, and your TRN, any one of those, right? So you take a picture of the ID, it's going to help you to do a selfie, and at the end of the process, it will ask you, where do you want to collect your card? And whichever parish you have a distribution local, you just select the parish that's most accessible for you. In Kingston, we have a location at East Queen Street, which is closest one to here. So you just select that location and you walk in, and somebody will be there, you walk in to collect your go. So now you have your card. What do you do? In the app, you just put in that 10-digit number. Money goes onto the card. Does that make sense? Yeah. Follow me? You have a question? Okay. So it's get your card, and then when someone sends you money, you just put in the tracking number and the money goes onto the card. You can do that any day of the week, right? public holidays. Question? How you get money off the card? The card is a Visa card, okay? So you can use it in any ATM that accepts Visa. That's NCB, Scotia, Sagicor, CIBC. There is a $45 withdrawal fee. Yes. And if you go overseas and take the card with you, it'll work there as well. And if you want to shop online, it will work there as well. Okay? Very easy. And from the app, the other thing that a lot of persons do that take up time is pay bills, right? Right? So you walk to the JPS store and you go to the other place and you pay the bills, You can pay all your bills in the app. It has Bill Express in there. See a question? Very safe. So this product is coming from Grace Kennedy. We talked about the biometric authentication. That's actually a feature that we're actively working on to increase the security even more in the app right now. Question? You are not yet able to transfer money from another bank to the product, but there are features being worked on. So once you're signed up for the product, when we have new features, we communicate to them and say, hey, this is now available. Outside of remittances, are there other ways to load the card? Absolutely yes. You can walk into a Bill Express and you can add cash to the card at a Bill Express location. Okay? When you are doing it in Jamaica, you're going to add Jamaican dollar cash. But if somebody has sent you a remittance, they may have sent it from overseas, but when that remittance comes into Jamaica, it's credited as Jamaican dollars. Yes? All right. Last question. Yes. So Grace Kennedy partners with Western across the Caribbean exclusive provide for so this is a Western Union only feature. All right. So I hear a question about the product. You can find it in the Play Store, K1, right? GK, and you can download it. Actually, you can join me. We actually have something where when you sign up at the end of the enter a promo code, I'm going to let Sandrina tell you about her promo code in the app.
So, if you never plan to sign up, please sign up. Because at the end, when you enter GK1 Sandrina, they're going to give money to the foundation. And we need the money. That's all. So please go down there, sign up. You can sign up today and enter the promo code. It's going to ask you for it. GKONE and my name, Sandrina. SANDRIA. GK1 Sandrina. Your social workers will send it in the different WhatsApp groups so that you can have it to remember. $250 per sign up goes towards the foundation, and we want every dollar of it. Thank you, Sandrina. Thank you, everybody.
So that's it for K1. We are here. Any questions you have, feel free to come and talk to us.
Thank you. You hungry yet?
Good night, everyone. My name is Nicola Clark. I'm a parent of the Quarry Hill Homework Center, and I would like to say all the great and staff Community Development Foundation has helped me. Well, I have 3 children in the program. 1 just left. I have 2 more in it. Well, basically my two younger ones are going to the Homework Center right now. I try to let them participate in events which they have. I try to participate in school. I'm a security guard. I can say I'm a security guard. I leave to work at 6 a.m. Come work 6, reach home after 8 or time there. I best do what I can with my kids at home. I help them with homework when I checks on weekend time during the week. Try to leave work, print. I'm not going to say that I go to parent-teacher meeting. I can't. Because it's week. Yes. If I once I can, if I can go forward or try to. And I try to communicate with teachers at school and the principal. I have the teacher's number. I get homework sent to WhatsApp group every minute of the day. That's morning, straight weekend, from Sunday to Sunday. That is my children's school. And I try to talk to Mr. Sweeney on things that I'm having issue with based on with my kids, especially my son. I'm not going to say that I'm like they said perfect. I try to do my best. I do my best with my kids, and I'm not going to say that everyone is perfect, but I try my best with them. I try to participate in school, like I said, and do what I can. All I know that the business staff are in more ways than one. And I'm thankful for each and every one of them and everything that they have done. So I'm going to make my speech start. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Clark. All right. We have a couple things left, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask Mrs. Patricia Smith Clark. Where are you? I heard Jeremiah, but I don't. Okay, so I want you to get ready, almost ready for you, to do the vote of thanks for us. But before that, I'm going to ask this parent whose name I did not find out, Miss Tanya, to come and present a thank you basket to Detective Cody for us. So Detective Cody, join us over here. I think our speakers will also do it. Even the parents. Even our parents, would you give a round of applause? Thank you. And Mrs. Slickbar. Where's she going? Okay, she's coming. All right, so let me tell you what we're going to do after that. So we have a and I hear that you also get some free points, which translates to free money. So make sure you sign up for that in addition to the foundation receiving support from them. Are our nurses still going to be active?
No, I think they're leaving.
Okay. But also we have a photo station over here, so we want you guys to come and show your support for us by holding the frame, taking the picture. Are they able to post this on social media, sir? And sharing it with your friends and, tagging the Grace Kennedy on all your social medias. All right, there's some props over there as well. everyone, right? I just want to say thank you. A big thank you for coming and sharing this important information with us. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mrs. Clark. Did you have a good time? Ready to eat and fellowship? Yeah. I had a great time. It was a Sunday afternoon when I spent. Let us stand and close off in prayer. Remember, Samuel, do you want to go section by section for the food? Any special? No? Alright, so there will be 3 food stations. You can join any line. And remember, while you're joining the lines, I'll have some giveaways going on up here as well. And GK1 will be signing up. And the photo station is over here with our professional photographer from Canada to take your pictures. Alright, let's pray so we can eat. Lord, thank you for a good afternoon in your presence and with each other. We pray, Lord, that you will bless the food that we are about to take part in. We pray that you will bless our speakers. On the foundation and on Grace Kennedy, that you continue to give us what we need to support the parents in our communities. Give us journey mercies as we leave. Bless us, be with us in Grace's name. Amen. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you, everybody. All right, so in an orderly manner, please go ahead and line up and get. We want to